Hi guys, this is Dr. Blackett with Yada Yada Health. Today we are going to talk about getting pregnant and what you need to know. I get asked questions by my patients all the time, so I've taken probably the most common questions and wrote them down so that we could just run through them. The first question that I get asked is, I want to get pregnant. What do I need to do to get my body ready? Obviously, you want to be in the best shape possible, the most healthy you can be to get pregnant. So in terms of your weight and in terms of smoking, alcohol use, you really want to try to eliminate as much of that as you can. You want to make sure that you're eating good, well-balanced meals, that you're maximizing your vitamin B12 and iron, and also taking a little folic acid, which is vitamin B9. Do you need to see a doctor? Well, really, you don't need to see a doctor if you're generally healthy and you don't have a lot of questions. But if you're over 35 and you have some health problems, or you have a family history of a lot of health problems, or if you even just have a lot of questions, then it's okay to schedule a visit with your doctor. That's what we call a preconceptual visit. So you can call and make that appointment anytime. Do I need to wait after stopping my birth control to try to get pregnant? Now, this is a question I get a lot as well. And depending on what birth control you were on, if it suppressed your cycles so you weren't having periods, then sometimes it's nice to wait until your cycle returns to a normal monthly cycle to get pregnant. However, if you were on something like Depo-Provera, it might take sometimes up to a year for normal cycles to resume, and no one wants to wait a whole year before trying to get pregnant. So you can go for it. Just know that when you see your doctor the first time, they'll have to figure out how far along you were because we didn't know when your last period was. Do I need to track my ovulation? You really do not need to track your ovulation. When you're trying to get pregnant, just remember to have fun. That's probably the most important thing. Just have a good time. Go for it. Give it about 6 months. If you're having trouble getting pregnant and it's been about 6 months, then maybe you want to think about tracking ovulation. And as they say, there's an app for that. So you can visit your app store. There's all kinds of possibilities. There are ovulation tracking kits over the counter that you can get that'll test your urine and actually tell you when you're ovulating. You may also read a little bit about temperature tracking. I think that's kind of low yield myself because it's a little technical and it has to be done just right sometimes. So I'd personally skip that one. Are home pregnancy tests accurate? Well, home pregnancy tests have come a long ways, so they actually are pretty accurate now. You can pick up that pregnancy test from the dollar store and you can go for it. But know that it's going to be a little more accurate if you check with what we call your first morning void. So that means when you get up to the bathroom first thing in the morning, that's when you want to do your pregnancy test because you'll have the highest level of that pregnancy hormone in your body and it'll be more likely to be accurate. When during my cycle should I have sex in order to increase my chances of getting pregnant? Well, remember what I said earlier, you want to make it fun. So don't worry so much about the timing at first. But if you've been trying for a while and nothing seems to be happening, if your cycles are regular, usually most people are going to ovulate about 14 days from the very first day of their last period. So you can count out when the first day of your last period started, count out 14 days. That's usually when you'll ovulate. But remember, the egg that you release is usually only alive for about 24 hours. Sperm, on the other hand, can be alive for maybe 3 to 5 days. So if you kind of have an idea when you're going to ovulate, it'd be nice to time your intercourse and maybe a few days before that ovulation so you can get that sperm up in there and be ready to go right when that egg is released. Does it matter what kind of lubricant I use for intercourse? It actually does. There are some lubricants that you can get that will decrease sperm motility. So you want to look over the counter at the store, just look on the labels, and you'll find some that say they will be better for attempting pregnancy, particularly pre-seed. That's usually a good one. How long does it take to get pregnant? Well, depends on you and depends on your body, but 90% of couples will conceive within a year. So if you've been trying for a while and you haven't had any success, give your doctor a call. You might need to get checked out. Good luck, guys.